Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer.
Hello, right. Boring Review Nation.
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
What up? Boring Reviews here. Jodi there.
Nick here.
And today we're reacting to 21 things in the U.S. that puzzle most foreigners. And it's really interesting because just earlier today, we want to go to Scotland and England, and Nick was telling me that he was talking to Ozdad, and he's like, did you know that they don't tip in England? And I had heard that, and tipping is like a huge thing here in the United States. So we thought, why not react to some things that we do that's different in other countries?
Apparently different, right? Because, I mean, you don't know unless you're well-traveled what other people do that you don't do, or vice versa or whatever. So, yeah, different video for us today. We hope you like this kind of reaction. We're going to watch this. We might learn some stuff, too. Who knows? Yeah. Because we don't know everything. But also, we can look at that and, you know, give our actual reaction like, oh, you guys don't do this or don't do that. The tipping thing is, like, getting out of control, too. Because even places that don't usually ask for tips are now asking for tips. Everyone's asking for tips. And it's just completely out of control. So, let's see what else it talks about. That might be one of the 21 things. But we're going to go ahead and check this out. If you like what you see here, please don't forget to
like and then subscribe. And if you really just love us so much, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you're aware of our next uploaded videos.
All right, let's check this out right now.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world.
They don't have bathrooms?
Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms I've gathered. Let's count it down from number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game. When you go shopping in the U.S. and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register. Sales tax is not included in the price of an item. And since this tax can vary from state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge.
I always tell kids, just
in
add
many
$1.
European countries,
$2.
The sales tax is already included in the price.
Well, that's
it's
nice.
known as a value-added tax, or VAT. Number 20. We're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation.
Well, they're not allowed long vacations.
Yes, I would say it's
from their jobs.
Plus,
it's denied.
Most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year.
2 weeks a year.
But in
and
a
don't
lot
use
of
it all
other
at once.
countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay. Wow.
We need to move.
Maybe I should take some
We
time
need to
off.
move.
Or perhaps
we already
I'll
have
just
a lot of
keep
vacation
waiting.
for their jobs.
Yeah.
19. It's not a party without red Solo cups.
Yeah.
In the States, this red plastic cup is synonymous with "party on, dude."
We have those
But
in our
other countries
country.
apparently don't recognize
Not for
this
partying,
cup
but
to
yes,
mean
we
the
have
same
those
thing.
for sure.
People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. They have to go to a special website to purchase the cups for American-themed parties. Who knew?
You can use any
Number
cups
18.
if you
Deep
wanted
fried
to.
everything.
Yes.
Whether it's fried pickles or even fried
I've had fried Oreos, yep.
America has it all. Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying food in olive oil way back in the 5th century BCE.
It's crazy.
But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch, or 5. 17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the U.S., it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries.
I'll say food.
Unlike in other countries where pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, the ones in the U.S. are like small convenience stores where you can grab magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza in one fell swoop. 16.
Not very good frozen
Fill her
pizza.
up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange.
Yep.
But in other countries, once you buy one beverage, that's it.
Oh.
France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017 in order to combat the current obesity epidemic.
That's probably smart.
But in the U.S.,
Yeah, but I'm sure you can
the
buy
idea
a
of
second
free
one. They're not gonna
refills
stop you.
is still alive and well.
We're all about our
15.
refills.
If you don't like it, return it. Whether it's an
Oh, you
ugly
gotta be
sweater
kidding
from
me.
grandma or a heinous pair of earrings
It's
from
not
an
common in other
ex,
places?
if you don't like it, you can just return it.
Yes.
In America, making returns
Yeah.
at stores is pretty normal and super easy.
All the time.
I mean, the U.S. even has a National Returns Day in January, conveniently held for you to return holiday gifts.
I didn't
you
realize
weren't
there was
too
actually
thrilled
a
about.
national day for it.
14. Tips for everyone.
Oh!
Cab drivers, servers,
There you go.
hairdressers, you gotta tip them.
Everybody.
Tips are acceptable for almost any service in the U.S. and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill. We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in restaurants. When you travel to different countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13. I'll take my coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and whatever else
Everybody,
at all
everywhere.
times of the day.
Yes, that's all you
These
see.
But
people
in
right
many
here.
parts of the world, coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and enjoying the paper or chatting with friends.
You don't have time
Tugging
for
your
that.
coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours? Sounds like fun to me. Number 12, the land of ice-cold drinks.
Yes.
Now, speaking of drinks, if it's not a hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks. If you go elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature,
What?
or maybe slightly refrigerated.
I've heard of that.
If you don't specifically ask for ice.
Oh, no.
Number 11,
Heard of that.
Good to
keeping the
know.
AC on at all times.
Yes.
Americans must have an
Yes.
aversion to being
It's
hot.
always on.
Oh, we're in the
many
desert
parts of
here. We're
Europe,
dying.
People simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States. Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring,
Yeah.
and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense. If you're cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain
You can't
about
adjust
it.
the thermostat if it's too cold.
Number 10. Looking at dollars is a snooze fest. I remember going to Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes look like Monopoly
'cause
money.
it's so
And I guess a
colorful and
lot of
different
countries
looking.
have bills of different colors and sizes,
Oh,
depending
yeah,
on the
we
value,
don't.
like Swedish krona and Russian rubles.
Oh, those are
But
pretty.
not in the U.S. It's all greenbacks, baby. Sure, 10s look a
Greenbacks,
little
baby.
yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, U.S. dollars definitely aren't as fun and rainbowy
No,
as other currencies.
those are pretty.
Number 9, giving a thumbs up.
Yeah.
In America,
What?
even
Always do
little
that.
kids
That's not
know
universal?
a thumbs up means good job, way to go, or anything positive like that. But if you travel to Greece or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends. Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful tip?
But why? What does it mean in those
Number
countries?
8,
Like flipping them
the
off?
date
Yeah,
writing
burn.
conundrum.
Oh,
So many
yeah.
visitors to the U.S. get really confused by the month, day, year thing, because most parts of the world write the day, then the month, then finally the
Which
year.
Just like the
sense.
metric
There's no
system, we have
clear
to change
historical
everything.
reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do. Number 7, pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here.
But that's
In
how
East
you have
Asian
the
countries,
stuff.
for instance, celebrations for a new baby are
Nice
held
stuff.
once the baby is born, as doing otherwise is seen as bad luck.
I can see that.
Number 6,
Yeah, that's a good point.
where
That would be
how
bad
are
luck.
you means hello.
Yeah,
Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries.
but you don't have to
But
answer.
Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or hello. It doesn't even require a real response. People just answer with fine thanks, even if they're in a horrible mood or had a terrible day.
Or you know they're in a
Number
bad
5,
mood. You still ask them.
bathroom stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your
What?
business in front of complete strangers?
Yeah, you can always see
Americans
through the
don't either,
cracks
of
on the
course.
stalls.
But the fact
always.
that bathroom stall doors often reveal as
Yep.
much as your entire lower leg
and the
seems to say
sides.
otherwise.
You can literally see people
There's no
through.
clear reason as to
So
why
bad.
there's this big gap in public bathroom stalls here, but many guess it's for safety reasons or ventilation. Just saying. Number 4.
I didn't know everybody's doesn't
No
like
one
that.
uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to
Some
the
do.
U.S. tell
Some
me that
do.
locals speak
That's
so
funny.
loud compared to other countries.
Probably.
Whether it's talking on your cell phone or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make sure we're heard. Number 3. It's all about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal. People in the UK
Competition.
don't have these many options for food, and you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there. Number 2.
Oh, no.
Hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab, it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little rude.
Oh.
Number 1. That classic
be weird to sit
American
next to them.
smile.
Yeah.
In the U.S., people aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according to a 2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language.
Oh.
That's just one more historical theory as to why Americans tend to smile more than people in other places do. Or maybe we're just, friendlier. Whether you're from the U.S. or
take
not,
that.
can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like, share it with a friend, and here are some more cool videos to check out from the bright side of life.
He just liked it. I have to say, my cousins... Oh, and subscribed.
And subscribe, yes.
My cousins went to England years and years ago when I was still in high school, and I remember they came back and they said, everybody kept asking, why do you Americans smile so much? Why do you Americans smile so much?
Never even thought about that.
Right? But I was like, oh, I guess so.
It's kind of
Yes, it
funny
was
though
in the
because
comments.
I used to work in a restaurant and I've met people from different countries that maybe weren't always smiling. So I guess there is that. There's a lot here that this guy says where obviously stereotypes, right? It's not every single, even though he said like everyone does this or no one does this. The bathroom one really confusing. Was he saying other places there's more privacy than we have?
Yeah, if you look at the one, the other, the stall was much, much lower, and there were no cracks on the sides of the doors. And I've heard that that like ours are like very what's the word, like more revealing than others. But
Right.
I've also heard like crazy things about bathrooms too. Like in some places there aren't toilet seats and you just squat over a hole, so you never really know what you're saying.
Well, that's probably some really poor
But-
areas of the world.
I do know that like our stalls, they are high up, but the highness has never been an issue to me. It's the cracks on the sides, like between the door when you open and close it. Because if you walk by and you look, you can easily see the people inside
If you
there.
wanted to, absolutely.
And most people don't look. Most
Yeah.
people don't look. But it's the worst. Like, there is no privacy. I wish that they would pull that door over more if you can.
It's not too bad. I mean, you really have to get up close, and it's like a small crack, and it's on the side. I mean, it's not like your whole business is right there. But I get it. I mean, that's very, very interesting. The loud thing, not a lot of people. There are some people, and usually it's like the few that kind of ruin it for everyone else, right? I know people that are super loud on their phone, and they don't care where they're at. They're at the gym, this or that. And that is kind of weird and kind of rude. But a lot of people, I feel like, have like a normal voice. But again, I'm not amongst
to
other
us.
people. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not amongst other people from different countries where maybe it's much different. But for the most part, really, really good list. Some things I'm like, oh yeah, you don't have that, you don't have that. Grape flavored thing. Sorry, UK, that sucks. I just had a grape slushy yesterday, for crying out loud. It's absolutely delicious.
But our country is full of dyes, and they put things in foods that a lot of other countries ban. And that's probably why. And so, to be honest, it makes you wonder, like, well, why are we allowing like our country to be eating this stuff that other countries are like, that is not healthy for you? And why do we have to dye our food? Like, why can't we eat it as a
Capitalism,
natural color?
It's
But
all about capitalism.
Yeah.
All about that money, for crying out loud.
I was just reading the comments, just curious, like, if like anybody else did. But one person said, in America, kids leave the house early, or they're forced by parents or social pressure to get out. I'm curious if that's not common in other countries, because we do, like, about 18 when you graduate high school, like go to college or
understanding, yeah.
go on with your life. Time to get out. And some people still stay at home.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people. But more often than not, you do. You leave.
Right.
You leave early.
Depends on and usually, honestly, it's usually up to the kids. They want to get out of the house, right?
Yeah, they want that.
But very, very interesting video. This guy did a great job. We hope you enjoyed our reaction to. If you did, let us know what else you want us to react to that's kind of in this vein or whatever, if you like this reaction. And with all that being said, until next time.
Au revoir.